So, yeah, we're gonna do rear facing camera because I'm driving and I don't want to see my beautiful face. I know you guys like to see my beautiful face, but anyways, I'm in the neighborhood, my old neighborhood, and there's just a little story I think I wanted to share with you guys. So, I just started my channel As the Chair Turns, and the more I think about it, it's not just as the chair turns. It's not what happens inside the chair, outside of the chair, and all around the chair. The chair goes 360 degrees. Life comes at you 360 degrees too. So, I mean, what might be your hardship now, maybe again in 20 years, but may not be. But everything, what I'm saying is what goes around comes around, and it really truly does come back around over time. Fashion, styles, but one thing that never goes unnoticed is kindness. So I went through Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events. Okay, I shouldn't title it that, but it was a series of unfortunate events where, I lost my wallet. In Texas, it takes 3 months to replace your freaking driver's license. So in that time, my business was a little faded. It was summertime, so summertime people are doing more stuff, and since COVID, everything's changed. Since 2008, everything's changed. Everything is ever changing. So I didn't prepare myself last year and ahead of time. Anyways, I lost my wallet, my driver's license, and everything important, and it takes 3 months to get that back. So then I was struggling. I was struggling with my bills, struggling to buy groceries. Well, I had this wonderful neighbor that lived next door to me. My car broke down, and I was taking lifts every day. He goes, "That's expensive. Don't do that anymore." He says, they have this thing with the bus, and it's a car. They meet you in a spot, and they pick you up kind of like a bus stop. But it's it's really convenient. It's more convenient than Lyft or than walking. And I was like, hey, thanks. Well, my brother brought my niece over. Well, he saw the kids playing in the yard, and him and his dad would go. Once a month, they would do a big thing at the food bank, and then every 2 weeks, they would do a smaller food bank. Well, he would bring me food, and he was helping me stay alive. Me and my kid, he was helping me and my kid, pretty much survive, and he'd bring little things, and sometimes he'd bring a big entree of something. Like one time it was like 10 pounds of strawberries. Well, what did I do? I made strawberry, sorry, it's an ambulance or a fire truck. I made strawberry shortcake, and I took him some, and took him homemade whipped cream, and made a thing out of it. And he brought me chicken feet one time. I looked up, let's make chicken noodle soup. I made chicken noodle soup and took him some. So anytime he brought me something in mass production of stuff, I would always bring it to him. And so our friendship kind of continued that way. And then I had other neighbors telling me, oh, well, look out for that guy. I hear weird things, or he yells at kids, or I hear him screaming during the day. And of course, never when I'm around. There was a few times at night I thought I heard some weird stuff, but I just ignored it. Well, so it came to the time where we had to move. We moved out, and then while I moved out, I hear through the grapevine on Facebook that he made an advancement to another neighbor, and that neighbor rejected him, and then he retaliated by destroying their property in a violent manner. So then, of course, and it was caught on camera, so there's no denying that it was him, and his picture, of course, came up on their feed, and man-made, and it's so sad to me because he was generally a good person. Maybe he didn't handle rejection very well, but I don't think jail is necessarily the place that he needs to be. Maybe he was sick, maybe there were things going on, I didn't know. And I have to say, yes, I thank God for keeping me safe and keeping me protected, because he knew our whole life. Like he didn't work, and so he saw us come and go, and he knew our schedules. And so yeah, in a sense it was a little scary, but more than anything it's heartbreaking. So you just never know what people are going through. Always try to be kind, even if it's an advancement made from someone that's not welcome. Just try to be polite. I don't know if it was a polite rejection. I have no idea or how he perceived it, but it's really sad, and not everybody is stable. There's some people, yes, that need help, or they need, or it hasn't been recognized that they can't lead a normal life. So yes, be kind. Love marks the spot. Love is where the heart is